If you work in 9 to 5 and you simply cannot move around throughout the day, and you know that this is affecting your steps, reaching your step goal when you're working a 9 to 5 is harder, but it's not impossible. And it's going to take a little bit of effort, but you have to ask yourself sometimes, when you have a goal that is really important for you, what can you prioritize and what can you sacrifice? And by sacrificing a little bit of chunk of your time, you are all going to be able to hit your step goal, and while seeing results in your body and feeling so much more confident. This strategy helped me to reach my step target every single day when I was prepping for my first bikini fitness competition. I had to walk 15,000 steps every single day. And on top of that, I also needed to do 5 strength training sessions, 4 cardio sessions, and another cycle session. I was with clients 9 or 10 hours a day, and there was a point where I was really struggling to hit my step goal, and there were nights where I had to walk outside before I could go to bed because I haven't yet completed my steps. And when I discovered this strategy, it was like such an aha moment, and I was like, oh damn, like if I would just known this earlier, I would have made it so much easier for myself. This might sound a little bit of crazy at start, but once you kind of get the hang of it, you'll be like, oh, it's actually not that crazy. So what you do is you set benchmarks across the day to know that you're on track to hit your goal at the end of the day. Plan out your day accordingly so you know that you'll hit your step target. For example, your step goal is 12,000 steps. If you have more time in the morning, or if you're a person that have more time in the evening, now you might take a week to figure out what is the best routine for you, and that's completely fine. You go for a walk in the morning and you go for a walk in the evening, spreading out the steps across the day. If you're walking for, let's say, 30 minutes in the morning, but you know during that half an hour walk, you will be able to get 3,000 steps, let's say. You're like, okay, cool, I'm gonna get 3,000 steps in the morning, and you're going for a walk in the evening and you're getting 3,000 steps there. That's 6,000 steps. Across the day, you need to be able to reach 6,000 steps in between. Another way of doing it is allocate more time in the morning, let's say 45 to 60 minutes. And then you set a goal of you're gonna hit 8,000 steps. So you know in the morning, if you hit 8,000 steps, you only need to do another 4,000 steps across the day and in the evening in order to reach your step target. Personally, I always like to be a little bit ahead so I don't have to feel stressed, or I don't have to feel like I put any intent in later in the day. So it's a good way of knowing, like, okay, if you have more time in the morning, just get it done. Just like do it in the morning so then you don't have to think about it for the rest of the day. You could also do it in a way of, okay, I plan to catch up with a friend in the afternoon. We're gonna go for a walk after work. So then you might not have to put in as much intent in the morning. But by setting benchmarks across the day, you pretty quickly learn how many steps you need to do by a certain amount of time. So you know when the clock hits 5 p.m. and you're only at 2,000 steps, you know that you haven't quite hit your benchmarks. So it makes it very easy for you to learn how you can just create a routine that eventually is going to flow and feel natural to you, so you can easily hit your step target every single day. But there's also a time when your steps are not going to help with direct fat loss or weight loss. You are doing 10, 12, or even 15,000 steps, but you're still not seeing the fat shred. You're still not seeing any results. You're still not feeling that your clothes are fitting. And keep watching into the next video in this series to find out when your steps is not directly helping your weight loss.